Hey, 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 Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Pajama Grandma here, with just a little update on what I'm up to and what I'm doing now, or what's she doing now, since she, SHE, are my initials. That's my being punny, apparently. I'm thinking about words today. Words and hypochondria, or hypochondriacs, and what was the other topic today of my daily videos? Words, hypochondria, and hypochondriacs. I think hypochondria. What are hypochondria? I don't know. Anyway, hypochondriacs, because I finished up yesterday and actually got it to record on Camtasia and uploaded to YouTube a run-through practice version of a web class or a webinar that I'm creating for people with chronic pain. I call it painkillers, and it's how to kick chronic pain out of your life and live the life that you deserve, or live the life that you deserve even though there's chronic pain going on in your life, because so many people with chronic pain, me included, get sidelined and we get totally kicked out of our lives, and unfortunately a lot of people stay there. We stay isolated and kicked out and missing out on things, and I learned a long time ago that it doesn't have to be that way, and I want to teach other people how I have, and how other people that I've helped have overcome being debilitated by chronic pain, because it's possible. It's 100% possible. If I can do it, oh hell yeah, anybody can do it. So I finally got that done and got that up, because I think I've been sharing, I've had a lot of technical difficulties and technical challenges. I live out in the country, and it's really, really hard to get a good enough bandwidth to actually produce awesome videos, or to do things called webinars and use different internet platforms simultaneously. I can use like one platform. I can record a PowerPoint on Camtasia, but that's just in my computer. But if I go to share that online, it takes up so much bandwidth that living in the country, I just don't have access to that. So I'm getting creative and finding other ways to share my message and share that information. Now, as part of that, I am looking for a couple of people that would be willing to watch it and give me feedback on it. I've asked a couple of people, but I'm looking for some more people that would like to watch it and give me feedback. Now, I will warn you, it is 2 hours and 35 minutes long, which is part of what I need feedback on. I need people to say, okay, don't say that, Sharon. That turns people off. Or, no, that story doesn't add anything to what you're trying to convey here. Or, yeah, I see what you're trying to do with that story, but maybe you can come up with a better story that really is a better example of what you're trying to share, not the story that you used. So I am really on the lookout for a couple of people that would be willing to participate in that. And if you would, I would be glad to share my class with you and give you a complimentary opportunity to join us in the web class. Now, you guys, that's at least $1,000 offer. So if you've got some time on your hands and you're willing to listen to me ramble like I do on these, that would be terrific. Just drop me a message and I will send you the YouTube link, and then you can watch that and give me some feedback. And I like doing it on YouTube because you can pause it and you can write comments and notes, and then I can get those. No one else is going to find it because I haven't shared it widely yet, but that's a good way for me to get some feedback from people that, and whether you have chronic pain or not, just let me know. I mean, if you've got chronic pain, I can probably tell by the comments and the answers. But if you've never had chronic pain or a chronic illness, just let me know that, because I want to know what other people think too. It's not just for people with chronic pain. It's actually a perfect health plan. But since I've created it via having chronic illness and chronic pain, and I know a lot more people with chronic illness and chronic pain need help, it just makes sense to offer it to people that have a strong desire to kill their chronic pain than to people that just want to make sure they live a healthy life. I mean, come on, everybody on the planet will tell you if you ask them that they want to live a healthy life. Now, it's obviously not true, because a lot of us don't live a healthy lifestyle, and we all make unhealthy choices. So to try to convince people to get a healthy life plan, it's complete and utterly ridiculous. You can't talk to everybody. So I want to help people that are in similar situations to me. And so we always want to help people that are like us. So that's why I've picked chronic pain. I am now rambling officially. What else have I got going today? Today I just remembered is actually my birthday. So I'm sure I will do something birthday related today. Not positive what it'll be. First thing I do every morning is I create my content. So I've done that. This is part of creating my content, is just sharing what I'm doing. And so I will go on the computer and I will share the content, the pieces of content that I've created. And then I will, I don't know, I've already done laundry and some of those things. So I'm sure I'll do some more of that, some more dishes, some more laundry, some more everyday stuff, which guess what? No matter how awesome your life is, you still got to do some of that everyday stuff, right? And I'm actually getting ready for, I've never really been to a marketing conference before. And I'm going to a marketing conference next week called Funnel Hacker Live. I'm going on the 20th to the 25th. And so what I do and what I share will be really different for that week. I'm so excited to go to this event. I missed last year's. Last year's, I didn't find out about it until it was already sold out. And Tony Robbins was going to be there. So I tried like the dickens to get a ticket to that. But there were people selling it for thousands and thousands of dollars. And I didn't really know anything about online marketing at that point. So instead, I decided to join the ClickFunnels certification program, and I became a certified partner for ClickFunnels instead of going to the ClickFunnels marketing convention. I went all in and I joined the certification program and got certified in May for this really amazing software tool that actually has changed my life. And I want to make sure that I teach other people and help other people to change their lives with this incredible tool, because it puts so much power into our hands individually. It's really exciting and really incredible. And so I became a certified partner and I bought a ticket to this event last year in February. So over a year ago, I bought the ticket to the event that I'm going to. So I've been looking forward to going to this event for a year. And I'm plotting and planning, and I'm doing some kind of outrageous for me, or at least in one particular, one outrageous for me thing for this convention. And I'm scared. I'll tell you, I'm freaking scared and I'm nervous, but I committed to myself in January. I came up with this idea and I committed to myself that I was going to do it. And I've taken several steps toward doing it. So I've kind of gotten to past the point of where I can change my mind. And as scared as I am to do it, I also am kind of past the point where I can change my mind, and I'm committed to doing it. So I'm putting the pieces together and getting everything ready for this conference, and I'm really excited about it. There's an incredible group of women that are going to be at it, and there's 3,000 people that are attending. And of those 3,000 people, there's maybe 200 that are women. Maybe there's a few more than that, but we have a group of 175 women that are going, that we've been communicating online and talking about preparing for and doing things to get ready for this conference. And one thing that I'm doing is I'm going back through, I got, as part of my ticket, since I bought it so early, I got access to the last 3 years of this event. So I'm actually watching the event tapes from and speakers from the last 3 years, just to kind of get ready and trying to get psyched up and prepared for the energy and what's going to go on at this conference. Because this is, to me, it reminds me of like a network marketing or an MLM conference. And I admit I was in a couple of MLMs in my life. I mean, I'm 58 years old, so who in their 50s has gone unscathed or unmarked by the network marketing or MLM industry? I'm really curious. I wonder what percentage of the population has never, ever, ever been involved in an MLM or a network marketing company in some way, shape, or form. I mean, even if you just signed up and never did anything, you still were involved with an MLM, right? So I might have to look that up today, because now I'm really curious about it. I'm really curious about how many people have not been in an MLM, especially if they're over a certain age, because it's been, something you just kind of grew up with. Total side topic, but my whole point is, there's a feeling in that industry. There's an incredibly positive feeling in that industry. It's really an interesting industry, and I've always been attracted to it because of the level of personal development that goes on in it. And I think that's probably why I got involved in the MLM I got involved in the 90s, is because it had such an amazingly positive aspect of developing yourself as a person. And I learned so much in it. And even though the company failed after 3 years, I still got a lot out of that experience. I still learned so much, and it helped me to develop as a person. It helped me develop as a speaker. It helped me to develop as a coach. It helped me to develop as a mentor. And so all those skills, actually I taught a course at the university level. It's called University Without Walls. I taught an actual college level continuous education course on MLMs and selecting the right MLM for you, and on network marketing. Gosh, that would have been in the late 90s, early 2000s maybe. I don't remember now. I'm going to have to look it up, but I forgot. I've got a book. I taught a whole course on that, and I had a whole workbook for people. So that's interesting. Isn't it funny, the things that we do and the experiences we have that we don't even remember about until we start talking about and sharing them with other people? So I know that this event is going to feel more like a positive, really high energy. I mean, Tony Robbins is speaking at it. And if you've never seen Tony Robbins, get to some Tony Robbins event. I don't care how bad you hurt or what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve anything, I don't think there's anybody better. Now, I am very prejudiced because Tony Robbins and I are about the same age, and I've been following him like my whole life because he started his career and developing right about the same time I started getting sick. And I don't even remember how I found out about him, but I found out about him and I started kind of following him. And it was harder back then because it was late night infomercials. But when you're sick and have chronic pain and you're in the hospital, you watch late night infomercials, right? I probably first saw Tony Robbins on a late night infomercial the first time I was in the hospital in Valley, Nebraska. And I'll have to search my memory banks, but I bet that is the first time I was exposed to Tony Robbins. Back then, he was Anthony Robbins. Anyway, I'm wandering. I've got stuff to do today. I've got an awesome busy day planned. I hope you do too. Go out, do something. Do one thing today that moves you toward your goal of what you want. I actually think today I'm going to make a content creation training video and record that on Camtasia today because I want to walk through how I have streamlined the way I create content and then share that content. Because I know I've struggled for a long, long time to figure these things out, at least the last year. And now I've got it to the point where I create 4 videos in the morning, and it's going to go down to 3 because I'm almost done with my painkillers challenge. But I create 4 videos in the morning, and I'm using Facebook Live, you guys, because it's so powerful. It's so quick. It's so easy. All I need to do is set my phone down and shoot. I used to try to hold it, but I shake too much. And so it was really annoying. It's kind of like when I rock, I forget, you guys, I'm a total rocker. I've been rocking since I was 5 months old and could sit up. And so it's just in my being. I'm always moving and I love to rock. So that's why I'm in a rocking chair in the morning. But I have figured out how to do all of this and crunch it down so that I can do it in about an hour. Sometimes 2 hours if I get sidetracked. But now that I've figured that out and streamlined that process, guess what? I can hire somebody to do this for me. So part of why I want to create this little video, I want to share it with you, but I also want to create it so that I can now take this video, I can give it to someone, I can hire them, and I can say, okay, instead of me having to walk through and spend time with them, training them and trying to explain how to do it, I can say, watch this video. This is exactly how I do it. Now, I'm sure you're going to come up with faster, easier ways to do it, but so far, this is the fastest, easiest, most streamlined way I've come up with to use it. Now, if you take that and you use it and you springboard off of that, how much faster can you create content and get it out there to the world than what I've had to struggle figuring out how to do for the last year? Pretty darn fast. So I'm going to do that today. I just decided that would be my birthday present to myself, is to actually tape that so I can train somebody else how to do it for me. Because then that frees up an hour or 2 of my day to, guess what? Create more content, create more cool things, experience and do the things I'm really good at versus the things that take me a year to figure out because I'm not good at them. Boom. Go out, make it an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with whatever I'm up to. Bye.